back to Mornings on Main Street. So whether it's the start of the new year, a new month, new week, new day, it can always be a good time to take steps for better mental health. So we are talking this morning from TN Voices. We have the Chief Operations Officer, Will Voss. Will, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing on this Monday?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Well, again, thank you for your time. And if you would kind of start off with the mission of TN Voices.
Yes, our mission is to be a collaborative leader guiding mental health transformation. We've been around for over 30 years working with parents and children who have mental health concerns, making sure that they have the right tools and skills to navigate and lead successful lives.
So, as you're navigating, because again, you said you help children, young adults, is there a different way for each, I guess, category, each group to help them navigate their mental health?
Yes, I mean, we recognize that with each population, there are different tools that we have to give them. And we also want to make sure that parents feel supported, that they recognize that there is a need for mental health that doesn't discriminate. Our vision is to provide hope to all generations. So we're trying to work with the whole family. That's children as young as 3 all the way up to adults is as old as 87 years of age. So our goal is to figure out, well, what are those tips? What are those tools? We have staff who work directly with young children who are in early childhood centers, working with those teachers to make sure that they have those tips and tools. What are those social emotional items that they can be working on? And most recently, we've been able to implement an app. It's called the My Health Coach app that we partnered with Telemedicine Solutions to make sure we're getting mental health screening tools in the hands of children. We know that youth and young adults, they have their phones right at their sides at all times. And we're making sure that we say, hey, it's the same way you're taking care of your physical health. You go to the doctors for those checkups. Here's an app, another tool that you can use to also check in on your mental wellness.
So with you being here this morning, what tips can you offer up right now, kind of universal tips that we could either share with our kids or just put into use ourselves?
Yes, I mean, as parents, as caregivers, as trusted adults, we want to make sure that children, youth, young adults, they understand that we're here to listen. We aren't here to just give the advice right away. And we've also got to change our language to, well, what's wrong with you from to what's happened, what's occurring, and let them know that we're here to help. There's simple things by asking those questions and paying attention to, well, are there different changes in activity or things that a child or a youth, a young adult once liked? Are there changes in sleeping or eating habits? And we have to ask those tough questions as well that some of us try to avoid. Well, have there been recent attempts of suicide or thoughts? And make sure that we're educating ourselves. Education is key. Are we understanding those signs and symptoms and knowing what to look for? And then we've got tips as far as here's a way that you can start journaling. It's one way to get your thoughts and your feelings out. I know for me, I didn't used to think it was cool journaling, but I recognized over time, well, when I'm writing poetry, that's a way of me getting it out. And also making sure that youth and young adults know that they're not alone. There are other people that are facing these challenges. And we also want to make sure that, all right, we're getting them those resources, be it therapy or be it group therapy, making sure that they're getting connected in their communities.
And I know you just said the biggest, one of the tips would be journaling. And I've heard that time and time again, but you're a poet. I'm not. Some people would say they're not a writer, and this seems silly. And I read it back and it just sounds silly. How do you kind of continue to share with them that, nope, journaling is good and just sentence by sentence will help?
Yes, I mean, I continue to let them know that this is another way of getting your feelings out when you don't feel like you have anyone that you can talk to. And then I also work with children and youth on those other things that they do like, well, what is another way where we can get some of this out, these feelings, and we can talk about it. I know with a lot of young adults, they say, well, I'm into sports, where here's another category where we can say, let's work on our physical health. Let's go ahead and get out and see what's out there. How can I get this activity pushed out? And then also making sure that if there are other things that they like, be it music, things of those sorts, we can start channeling those concerns into other areas that they do like. And also letting them know, well, hey, here's a trusted adult, someone who's been trained in understanding what mental health is all about. And they're here to listen. They specialize in working with children and youth.
Wonderful. Well, again, thank you so very much for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street. Before you leave us, how can we connect with you guys at TN Voices? And give us that app one more time, please.
Yes, yes. So you can connect with us by going online at www.tnvoices.org or following us on Facebook at TN Voices. You can also call us directly at our 1-800 number, which is 1-800-670-9882. The app is called the My Health Coach app, and you can download it on the Google Play Store or Apple Store. And they're also on our website. You can see different tools that we have as far as our Candid podcast, which is on several platforms that you can stream and learn more about these tips and tools from individuals across the state have been affected by mental health, and they're looking to give back and be candid and let them know, well, here's my story, here's my experience. So those are other ways that you can reach us and get in touch with us.
Will, again, thank you so much. We look forward to connecting with you again in the future. Have a great rest of the week.
Thank you as well.
All right, awesome. All right, guys, we'll stick here on Mornings on Main Street. When we come back, we're going to talk about the national days today. Again, in addition to Martin Luther King Jr. Day, there's another international day to share with you. Also, what we would like for you to do as we move forward. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street.